Girl, you know we always talked about these days. What you have is forever. You can't let nobody steal your joy. And forever starts today. They say nothing in this life is forever. Forever. I don't want it if it isn't forever. Everyone's hating on how on a baby. And they think I'm crazy. Cause one night only can heal. Some say I'm hating because I be saying it. I know I'm not the one who don't wanna grow old together. One verse, another one is better. Yeah. Spending all your time, they say nothing in this life is forever. Forever, forever. I don't want it if it isn't forever. Forever, forever. And it ain't forever, it's forever. What you been acting?
Was the shower and shit clean?
No, I've been doing now. I was taking the rugs outside to finish drying. I seen him ride too.
Okay.
They say nothing in this life is forever, forever, forever. I don't want it if it isn't forever, forever. They say
how she supposed to be here? Y'all was together last night. Like she told him, "Are you going over there?" He like, "I can't find her. Let me see if she over here."
Yeah.
Girl, you know we always talk about.
I ain't thinking about that. I told them they wanted here. I was going to get mine.
Forever. You can't let nobody steal your joy. And forever starts today. They say nothing in this life is forever. Forever. I don't want it if it isn't forever. Everyone's hating on how on a baby. And they think I'm crazy. Cause one night only can heal. Some say I'm hating because I be saying love is amazing. I know I'm not the only one who don't grow together. And know one verse, another one is better. Spending all your time, they say nothing in this life is forever. Forever, forever. I don't want it if it isn't forever. Forever, forever. And it ain't forever, it's forever. It ain't forever, it's forever. It ain't forever, it's forever.
You ain't gotta run your mind, baby. I'm the one you take your time with. Keep it fun, gotta try shit. I ain't the one we gotta die with. Head first, I can dive in. You the one who really do a 10. I know my mind like you should go again. We ain't gotta stand up, we can plan it. I'll make sure to give you my attention. I know they won't stick it, this is maybe late night phone calls. Baby, me, all I really do is think about it. You know I got a younger number out. How you think you should do it all?
They say nothing in nothing in this life is forever. 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 I don't want it if it isn't forever. 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 And it ain't forever, it's forever. It ain't forever, it's forever.
You ain't gotta rush your time, baby. You ain't sticking to me. Wait, I ain't from the house, baby. All I really do is think about it. All I got a young girl now. How you think this shit is good out?
They say nothing in this life is forever, forever, forever. I don't want it if it is forever, forever, forever. They say nothing in this life is forever, forever, forever. I don't want it if it is forever, forever, forever. Living forever is forever. Girl, you know we always talk about these days. What you have is forever. You can't let nobody steal your joy. And forever starts today. They say nothing in this life is forever. Forever. I don't want it if it isn't forever. I'm rotating, one hell on a baby. And they think I'm crazy, cause one night only. Some say I'm hating because I be saying love is amazing. I know I'm not evil. But hold on, wanna roll together. Intentional. One plus another one is better. Yeah. Spending all your time on. They say nothing in this life is forever. 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 Yeah. I don't want it if it isn't forever. Yeah. Forever. Forever. And living forever is forever. Living forever is forever. Living forever is forever.
You ain't gotta rush this fine, baby. I'm the one you take your time with. Keep it fun, we gotta try this shit. Made a bump, we gotta die with. Yeah, first I can die, dick. You the one who
You a 10.
I know my mind, you should go again. We ain't gotta stand up in the bed. I'll make sure to get you
Lisa, you seen CC that got married? I said, yeah, we talked about that the other day. She said, yeah, and I don't see nothing but an opportunity came up. Because like we had said, CC just lost that house. He must be using this bitch to finna hurry up and gain another house, needing 2 incomes or something. Because it's an ulterior motive to this, because ain't no way CC can just marry this bitch out the blue all fast like that, and ain't nobody know. I say, yeah, you right, Kwana. I say, you right, there's something to this. I say, you right, Kwana, there's something to this. She say, so watch his next move, because he got something up his sleeve. I say, you right, Kwana.
only are you a genius, beautiful. Now look in your eyes. Oh yeah, I see what God did. God did. Oh, he believed in you, baby. Baby, you're so beautiful. We the best music. Another one. This life is beautiful. DJ Khaled. She don't want me with nobody else. She just want me all to herself. She don't show me nobody else. She just want me all to herself. Make her feel like a superstar. She will live up there. I just do what Diddy's on, cause I'm a barbarian. Soon as I put a Teddy's on her, Teddy's on staring. Teddy's on staring. Almost ready to dance, people too was all I needed. I can't even pray, you gave me something to believe. I'm take your talent to believe. Can't up and leave, cause you covered to achieve. Every single night we burn sage, just be talking. My phone got a house out of bed. So she's pulling on turning around. Every time I leave, I don't turn on me button. Every time I'm leaving, I don't touch she's how I just make sure you're holding me down before I told sound. I can go for Grammys, but by this shit international. Whatever you do, just say true and show passion. When you talk, you was like,
I took a flight for the panic. You said they all so dramatic. I guess you think you want worth forgetting. You just make me feel. I took a chance and you grabbed it. You said don't worry, I got it. You said you just make me feel so
every
alive.
single night we burn sage, cause we toxic. Mushrooms got us outside our bodies. She's so used to me swallowing, I is turning her right. Anytime I leave, I don't twerk, don't be plotting. Every time I'm leaving out the door, she talk fights. Just make sure you're holding me down before I your sight. I go up for Grammys, but by this shit international. Whatever you do, just stay true and show passion. When you talk, you precise. She's so beautiful, she give life to the lifeless. It's a miracle that she carry from her vices. Keep it spiritual, don't give up if you're righteous. So I go digital, spend cash. I'm forgetting all my stuff, all my stuff. Living a little bit. Christian Dior shopping fast.
I took a flight for the panic. You said they all so dramatic. I guess you think you want worth forgetting. You just make me feel. I took a chance and you grabbed it. You said don't worry, I got it. You said you just make me feel so alive. I took a flight for the panic. You said they all so dramatic. I guess you think you want worth forgetting. You just make me feel I took a chance and you grabbed it. You said don't worry, I got it. You said you just make me feel so alive.
And took a fight for the cat. You need to stop being dramatic. Beautiful.
Yeah, because we gotta deal with that.
So beautiful.
Yeah, because the folks who exactly what they are.
Crazy, what's up?
Hey, what up, Chief? I was calling you to know how to go party tonight. Come through.
Ask my brother, tell him to call you when you roll through my party.
Let's cancel that party. I'm gonna be late.
I know. I guess it's the party they talk about tomorrow.
All right.
He said that I blow his mind every time I'm activating. You just trying to catch a vibe. And got you fascinated, jump on my spray. Ride me, come ride, baby, I'm going to the last. That's just how we roll. How we roll. That's just how we roll. What it is. How we roll. What it is. Yeah. Not how we roll. What it is. How we roll. What it is. What it is. That's just how we roll. What it is. How we roll. That's just how we roll.
Hello? Yeah, hello. Alright. Get and go, okay?
That's just how we roll. How we roll. Hands all over me, never worry. That's how you love it. Who cares if we ever, when it comes to you, always whatever. No, I know what you like. Get ready. Oh, yeah. It's on tonight. I'm talking outside. That's just how we roll. How we roll.
Hold on, Pete.
That's just how we roll.
Can you hear me? Okay.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Miami Dolphins. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's into the hands of Chosen. 7 yards there and a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Now it's Burrow. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. In motion, Hill. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Dallas offense set for this next drive. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Working from the gun, Mahomes swinging this out for Pollard. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a man who's taken the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so wisely just gets rid of it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And this one is right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Tyreek Hill on the return. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Another catch there for Waddle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He gets this to Davante Adams. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete. Jefferson the target. Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. In motion, Hill. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Mahomes going to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. All still even as we get ready to start the fourth. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6 coming up. Outright caught by Chosen. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Burrow on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second down, 8 yards to go. Second down, here's Mostert again. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This for the lead in the final stages. Sanders' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by a field goal. 1:17 remains. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Mahomes will throw. This will be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Pass complete, it's Adams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Mahomes to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. One final try for Mahomes. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed them flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida. from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Miami Dolphins. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard across midfield. He's on his way. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Miami set to take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Burrow looking to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
With the score Cowboys 7, Dolphins nothing.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and 2, now Burrow. And he is caught, and he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. On play action, it's Mahomes. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Well, first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Mahomes. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mahomes to throw once more. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
To throw, it's Mahomes. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. There he goes, left side. Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. Got a nice job of break through with one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Cowboys 14. Dolphins
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
In motion, Hill. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. On this one, may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's brought down. That's his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
2nd down, goal to go. Mostert. Third and goal. Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here it is, 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. Complete. Pollard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here now, 3rd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Sanders is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down 17-14. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Mahomes to throw it. That's complete to Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Lamb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Mahomes will throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? Into the hands of Cooks.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's brought down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
Down inside the 40.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Mahomes. Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Mahomes. To the sideline and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now it's Mahomes again.
Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And when you've got as many
interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From South Florida, good night, everybody.